Okay, let's give Momo one more chance. In my previous video, I got one thing wrong. This part of her rep buff, the true damage based on the carrier's max HP is her HP instead of the enemy's max HP. So she will always do the same amount of damage on any opponents at all times. In most cases, you are still better off using attack build on her because the skill multiplier itself does scale on her attack instead of her HP. So if you want more damage on her, it's better to go with attack. Okay, I've decided to give her an entirely different build this time around. Tyranny set. As long as Sakura provides this Vigor Guard to any of her allies, you pretty much cannot kill her until the healing gets to almost 0. With the Tyranny set, I can consistently stun the units and also remove the Vigor Guard and then start killing them off, right? I've decided to go with HP just to give her as much damage as possible and also tankiness. I don't want to put any strain on my Lian so that she has to revive her every single time. I still don't have her Divinate because I don't have enough Divinate disc to go around. I still have to use her in the Wuyu comp. You have to fight fire with fire this time around. The fire is just too big with the Wuyu team that you can't use water to counter. You have to use the same Wuyu comp against the enemy Wuyu. We'll match his team, but instead of Donar, I'm using Momo. Okay, alright, not bad. 300,000. Wuyu did 800,000 though. This is without Divinate, but again, with how she scales, you know, previously I said she scaled off of enemy's max HP. That's not true because she scales off of her own max HP. So with that being the case, you kind of want her to be at R5 for her to be at full potential. You don't need her to be at R6. R6 does help to gain the rep buff quicker, but you do need her to be at R5 because you need the extra stats. The added HP and attack will make her like any other bruiser, right? Like Ginny, Hyde. You need all of those stats for her to work because more HP and more attack gives her more damage. Yeah, again, without stunning the enemies and without removing the Vigor Guard, you cannot kill off Sakura. The only way that you can kill off Sakura is by removing that buff, removing the healing that they get per attack. Again, she's not doing more damage than double attack and speed, but it helps her survive because she does have damage reduction up to 20%, and at R1 she can go up to a maximum of 30% damage reduction. And if you run her with Sakura, she's gonna get additional 20%, so she gets the maximum 50% damage reduction. She's pretty much unkillable, but yeah, again, her damage is not that high. She cannot benefit from defense break, which against Wuyu comps is good because you can't land defense break to begin with, but against other comps like for example Mavis comp, right? If you're up against a Mavis comp, she's not really going to do much for you because Mavis is extremely tanky, especially with an R6 Lian if she's in that team, or with a Sakura in the team. You cannot benefit from defense break to kill off the Mavis. You have to rely on pure true damage that's coming from Momo. We managed to kill off 2 of their Espers. Again, if the Vigor Guard is on the enemy, it's really hard for you to kill them. Okay, so far not bad. We won the first match. We'll try against this team. Maybe this one we can win. But again, there's an R6 Daji. Hilda is not really going to do much because she's just going to get stripped by my Wuyu. And he only has 2 Defender Espers, so we might win. Okay, we won. Nice. R6 Daji. But okay, she did 61,000 though. Wuyu pretty much did everything in that fight. Oh, she got buff stripped instantly by Momo. Not bad, okay. Again, R6 Daji, if she gets the S3 off, she's gonna taunt my entire team. And she's also gonna have 50% damage reduction against enemies that have the debuff, because she reflects 50% of the damage back, right? Anything that reflects off damage, like Alexa's buff, also provides you damage reduction. So if it says reflects 75% of the damage, you're gonna take 75% less damage, and you're gonna reflect, you're gonna take 75% less damage, and then that 75% damage is gonna go to the enemies. So you're only gonna take 25% of the enemy's incoming damage. Same with Daji. Whenever she has the debuff on the enemy, she will take 50% less damage, and she will retaliate with 50%. We should have no problem against this team. Okay, we lost. Okay. Wuyu did 1 million though, what the fuck? I think that's just unlucky. I'm just gonna go one more time. There we go. She did 71,000 though. 71,000 as opposed to Wuyu 1 million damage. What the fuck? Okay, let's try against this team. R6 Sakura with a JJ. JJ can be a huge problem for me because if he goes for my Wu Yu, he might be able to one-shot. She only has 24,000 HP. R6 Sakura though, it's if we win this. Ooh! Okay. 300,000, not bad. Zhang does help him to remove the Vigor Guard from all of my allies so that he can kill me off easier. With the Wu Yu comp, if you have that Vigor Guard, it's almost impossible for you to die unless you get like a disease debuff, or again if you get stunned to get removed to remove the Vigor Guard. That's pretty much the only way that you can kill off the Wu Yu comp. If the healing is still at 80% or 100%. So right now his Sakura has 2 of the Vigor Guard. The only way that I can really kill her off is by stunning her and keep on stunning her and remove the Vigor Guard off her. His JJ couldn't one-shot me, I think. The only one that JJ can one-shot, I think, is Wu Yu. Yeah, he didn't crit as well. Triple HP Momo is definitely way safer. Yeah, she cannot die pretty much. Right now she has 40% damage reduction with like I think 60,000 HP. She does still cycle a lot because I have her at 200 speed. So whenever she S1, she gets 30% AP. And she S1s a lot, right? Whenever the enemy casts skills outside of their turns, she's gonna follow up with her S1. This type of team we still can't go up against if the Chu Yao is paired up with Jin Chu. It's pretty much impossible for me to kill. And this type of team as well, where there's a Chu Yao plus a Daji, it's very hard for me to deal with this team. Let's just give it a shot. I think I'm gonna lose, but this is not really Momo's problem because again, this type of team is very hard to deal with. As you can see, my team just instantly dies because of Daji plus Chu Yao. I'm in the elite whale territory right now. Everyone has R6 Sakura except for this guy, but he does have an R6 Daji. Let's just give it a shot, see if this one can work. Daji versus Momo. Yeah, we lost. If I can't deal with Daji's debuff, it's almost like instantly lose. Okay, let's try this team. Mirror match, but he does have D6 Wu Yu and no Divinate on the rest. I think we might be able to do this. Hopefully. No. 290,000 again. If we get decent luck, we might be able to get through this team. One more time. There we go. 285 again. But yeah, my initial thoughts on Momo has definitely changed a little bit. At first I thought she didn't need the resonance because I thought she was scaling off of the enemy's max HP, but she does scale off of her max HP. So she is pretty much the same as any other bruiser Espers that requires all of the resonance and all of the divinate you can get on her, which is a good thing and a bad thing because she is quote-unquote free unit, but we don't know how often they're gonna bring back her championship event, right? If we can get her maybe like within 3 months of championship event back to back, then she could still be useful. But again, the meta right now is changing so quickly. Iki was the top meta before Daji and before Wu Yu was released, and Daji was just released like 2 months ago, almost 2 months ago, right? And now Iki is not even the top meta anymore. He's like the 3rd best team, not even the 3rd best team, like 4th best team, because the 1st best team is Wu Yu, the 2nd best team is going to be Daji, the 3rd best team is going to be R6 Jinchu, and then the 4th best team is going to be Iki. But most of the time you're going to be bringing Iki with R6 Jinchu, right? Because of the Mavis comp. So with how Momo is needing all of the resonance and all of the divinates that you can get on her, we don't know how long she will stay in the meta, because right now she is definitely good if you have her at high divinate and high resonance. At R0D0 she is okay, it's not the best. I am running her in knockout and the win rate is like 24% in gold tier where there's 4 teams, so again, not the best. You do need her to be at high resos and high divinate, but we don't know how long she can last in the meta. The stun set is definitely putting in work to remove the Vigor Guard. Without the stun set where I'm using the Astro set, it doesn't really do much. I can proc as much Astro set as I want, but it's just gonna heal up the enemies because I can't damage through the Vigor Guard plus Lian's buff. Okay, let's just blitz the rest of the tickets. We'll try against this team one more time. Maybe we got lucky and we won. Nice. Damage is still not looking the best, But again, she's still R0 and D0. And also one of her counters is going to be Iki himself, because Iki does provide the disease debuff on her, and her only sustain is the heals that she gets from her passive right here. Whenever she does damage, she heals 25% of lost HP. If you get disease debuff, you're not gonna heal up. Okay, let's limit test one more time. Let's go against an R6 Jinchu. Again, we're not gonna win. That's a 90% that we will lose, because he's paired up with Chuyao. Yeah, there we go. She did 5,000 damage. Okay. This is with triple HP, by the way. She has a shit ton of survivability. Okay, another R6 Dajicom with Iki to counter her. I think, yeah, we're gonna lose. She did 12. What the hell? Yo, you got triple HP. What the fuck? Come on now. Yes, we'll try against this team one more time. Boom. We lost. Okay. 300,000 again. Let's just finish up the tickets. Come on. Give me the win. There we go. Again, 300,000. But yeah, that's about it. My initial thoughts on her was she was bad, but because I gave her triple attack, she was extremely squishy. Now that I've given her HP, she's a lot tankier. She's doing slightly less damage than double attack and speed, but it is definitely better because now I can survive better. She pretty much cannot get one shot by anything with triple HP. And also with the Tyranny set, it helps to go up against Sakura teams so that she can constantly remove the Vigor Guard from the enemies, because the only way that you can remove this Vigor Guard is by putting a control effect that isn't silence or taunt. Those two are for some reason not considered as a control effect, so it doesn't work to remove this Vigor Guard. But yeah, hopefully they bring her championship event often, like every update, because you do need her to be at high resonance for her to work properly. If you don't have her at high resonance and high divinate, she's not really gonna pop off like that. And if they don't bring championship event that frequent, she might even fall off the meta once you get her to R5. So yeah, that's about it. Ciao.